Lisa Nichols is a celebrated motivational speaker who has inspired millions through her seminars and her role as a featured teacher in The Secret. She went from being a broke single mom on public assistance to becoming a millionaire entrepreneur and best-selling author of 6 books. And today we're going to learn her best advice on how you can stop procrastinating. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time!
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Espresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you, let's do this. Over to you, Lisa Nichols.
You know, procrastination is really putting off your own desires. Procrastination is putting yourself last. Procrastination shows up when we are so used to putting everyone else in front of us, or we're actually afraid to do that thing that we say we want to do because we're not sure if we can handle the outcome. But the whole attachment to procrastination and self-love, what you can do tomorrow, why not do today? What you can do today, why not do right now? You know, one of my team members talked about reading a book called Touch It Once, which means if you can touch it once and get it done, how much more productive will you be?
There are 2 reasons why you're procrastinating. You don't want to do it, or you're scared to do it. If you don't want to do it, then you might have to right now, but long term, you have to find a way out. If you're scared to do it, then you have to do it because you can't teach yourself that when you come up against something scary, you back down and play small. Either way, the answer is action. You move away from it or you move into it, but you have to move. The best way to build this muscle is to recognize that you are in fact building a muscle, that it's the daily practice, repetition. It's not about what you do in these one-off moments, it's what are you doing every single day? You are procrastinating, I'm procrastinating every single day, and it's trying to catch those moments, understand if you're not doing it because you don't want to do it really, this is not an expression of you and you need to find a way to get rid of it, or you're just afraid to do it. So for example, for me, I always procrastinate a little bit, and I'm slowly getting better at this before I make these videos. It's not that I don't want to do it, I want to do it. I love doing these. This is the best of me. I've made 6,000, 7,000, I don't know how many videos across all my channels now. A lot of videos. I've made a lot of videos and I still love it. It's still great. Like the feeling that even though I'm just talking to a camera here in my office in Toronto, Canada, you're watching from somewhere else around the world, and this message is hopefully having an impact. And if it's not this one, it's my next one. If it's not that next one, it's the next one afterwards, to slowly shift you forward and helping you make breakthroughs and growth in your business or life. That's awesome. Like being able to wake up and know that the work that you do matters to people, I think is the ultimate juice of life. But I'm always afraid because I want this to be the best day. I want this video, right? I put the pressure on myself that this video should be my best video. It's got to be better than it was last week and better than it was the week before. And I want this video to be the one that blows everything up, right? Even though I've had success and done well, and you know, YouTube buttons and all that stuff is more, right? I want to solve the world's biggest problem. I'm never going to do that. And I wake up every day trying to do that. And so put the pressure on myself to say, this day has to count. This day has to matter. This video recording needs to mean something to people. And so that's scary. That's really scary. And I don't want to get in front of the camera and disappoint you, disappoint myself. I don't want to disappoint. And so because I'm afraid of it, I procrastinate. And I'll check my DMs on Instagram, and I'll review what I did last week. And it's easy to tell myself, this is work. I'm not just playing a game. I'm messaging people, you know, I'm researching, but really it's just, I'm afraid to get in front of the camera and make my video because I don't want to disappoint people. I want this to be the best one I've ever done. And as soon as I catch it, then I do it. And this is the trick. Like when you catch it, you do it. Instead of then spending another half an hour, another hour responding to DMs and delaying and putting it off, and then it becomes too late to do it. You teach yourself, I do scary things. Let's go. And so I try to catch it on a daily basis because you have those chances every single day. I'm still gonna procrastinate probably on 10 more things today. And most things you won't even catch. You just find a really smart reason why you can't do something. But at the end of the day, if you really examined it, and dug deep, you'd find, you know what, I could have done it. I was just too afraid to do it. Or I didn't want to do it. And so learning to catch those things, not being hard on yourself when you don't, but learning to catch those things. And then when you do catch it, teaching yourself to move, to act, either get rid of it and don't touch it again, hand it off, eliminate it, automate it, delegate it, or jump into it because you do scary things. Now I've got a 3-step process that will help you get rid of your procrastination right now that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, if you wanna learn how to have even more confidence and motivation, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
We validate who we are by what we're doing for other people. So many times I get the question, how do I prevent failure? And I'd love for you to spend that same energy going, how could I ensure that I soar? Cognitive dissonance is when you have literally thought about a version of yourself that you're not currently living right now.
Okay, how do we do it? My 3-step recipe to get out of procrastination. Let's go. Step number 1 is identify what are you procrastinating on right now? What can you actually catch? Again, there's gonna be 100 things that you will be procrastinating on that you may not even catch, but what's one thing? As I'm saying these words, what's popping into your mind right now of something that you know you need to do, that's been on your list for a little bit, that you just haven't executed on yet because you're afraid to do it? What is that one thing? Just pick one. Number 2, what's the reason? Why are you procrastinating on it? What is the honest truth, right? Don't come up with some excuse, because you can come up with a really smart reason because you're a smart person. You're not gonna believe a stupid reason, right? You're a smart person, so you're gonna come up with a really smart reason why you can't be doing that thing. But really deep down underneath, again, it's one of the 2 reasons, real reasons, you don't wanna do it or you're afraid to do it. What's the reason for that number 1 thing you picked? What's the actual reason why you're not taking action on it? And then step number 3 is decide. Will you move away from it or will you move into it? You just decide and you do something about it today. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what is that one thing for you? What is that thing that you have been procrastinating on that you are now gonna commit to taking action on? Let me know. Inspire me with your action. Let me know, put it down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video and you promise, you commit to take action, Believe Nation, we don't just watch videos, we do something about it. If that's you, give me a hashtag Believe in the comments and also tell me where you're from, because I want to celebrate you.
If you're not doing block time, here's what your day might look like. You have all these different slots of time, right? And you're just gonna plug in as you go through the day. You're gonna plug in, oh, I'll work some there, and I'll work some there, and then I'll try to cram stuff up. Right at the end of the day, I'll try to cram that sucker in. Any crammers? Okay, just checking. No judgment. You're just not going as fast as you could. That's all. Crammers, I love crammers. Just like, because they're easy to get to move faster, because you do have that diligence of when there's a deadline and it's on, you can go, which really serves you. But we got to take you from a crammer to a preparer to a high performer. And the way that we do that is to look at this and go, listen, if you keep leaving all these time slots to randomness, what happens is they start to get filled with the big D. Distraction. Some reason it seems like this hit home for some people. I don't know why. How many recognize what I'm talking about here? So now you add up, take this out. You might not be thinking too seriously about it, but let's say that's like a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 work hours. You didn't know I drew that on purpose. If you leave your time to randomness, you are stealing from your greatness. If you leave your time to randomness, you are stealing from your greatness bit by bit, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year, and decade by decade. And it's the little things like this where you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't get anything done, because you've got all these random approaches to your day.
If you want to know how Lisa Nichols turns her ideas into reality, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.